4, 3, 2, 1, and we are live. Today we got one of my special guests, highly requested, my brother QB Willie B. What's going on, brother?
What's cracking, player? What's good? Happy Friday to you.
Man, happy Friday to you too, brother. Man, what is going on out there in California, man, with all these lockdowns, man? You good out there?
Yeah, I'm straight. The bars and clubs, they're all closed, the movie theaters, so everyone has to continue to quarantine and, just take that L. Just, if you ain't got a passport, you're not winning, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's crazy out there, bro. That is crazy. I think Florida is leading in the cases right now. And from what I'm seeing down here in Atlanta, man, all the clubs are still open, if I'm not mistaken. Tampa Twan, what's good with your brother? Appreciate that. So I don't know if you noticed, man, but the mayor in Atlanta and the governor are going back and forth about mandating face masks and closing down. The governor seems like he wants to keep things open, and the mayor's like, shut it all down. So
wow.
They going back and forth out here in Atlanta, man. But who wants to go out in America anyway? Who wants to go out and really date in the Matrix any goddamn way?
True.
Oh, man. So you just had a recent trip.
Right.
Where's the trip to?
Guadalajara in Jalisco, Mexico.
Okay, Guadalajara and Jalisco, Mexico. Now, is Guadalajara the state and Jalisco the city, or?
So you got it the other way around.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jalisco is the state, Guadalajara is the city.
Okay. And where is that? Because a lot of brothers haven't heard of this one. Like, where exactly?
Right. So it's inland in Mexico. I want to say it's if you take a flight from Tijuana, it's about 2.5 hours. From Mexico City, probably about 1 hour and 30 minutes. So it's central Mexico, that area, but on the Pacific side.
Okay. And this is a beach town.
No, so Guadalajara is not a beach town. It's the second biggest city in Mexico, but the beach, which is Puerto Vallarta, is about 2 hours away, 2.5 hours away from Guadalajara going west.
Okay.
But Guadalajara is the second biggest city in Mexico. It's Mexico City, Guadalajara. I believe Monterrey is number 3. And then number 4 is, I think maybe Tijuana or Puebla. I'm not exactly sure. But I know Guadalajara is the second biggest city in Mexico.
Okay, so they have their own airport.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. International airport.
Okay, and you just flew right in, or you had to drive down there?
I flew from Tijuana to Guadalajara.
Okay. So you basically drove to Tijuana?
For this one, I pretty much drove. Yeah, I drove to Tijuana. Let's see. I stayed for one night in TJ, and then the next morning flew from Guadalajara to TJ. And then coming back, I pretty much did the same thing. Stayed in TJ that night, got some lobster on the beach, and then went back home to Cali.
Okay. And it's just like a lot of tourists in this city?
No, mainly locals, but Guadalajara is a very international city, so you're going to see Asians out there, regular, Spaniards, people from Colombia, people from Spain. I mean, you're not going to really see a lot of blacks there, but a lot. I would say 1 out of 3, maybe 1 out of 4 people there, they speak English.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what that noise is, man. You hear that noise in the background?
I'm good on this end.
Yeah, I don't know what that noise is. But so that being said, you don't see a lot of black people out there. How are they treating you out there?
I mean, no complaints.
No problemo, right?
Right. I mean, they're so kind, and even the Mexican men. You go eat tacos somewhere and you're trying to order the food, they'll literally come up to you and be like, "Hey, what do you want on the menu so I can translate for you?" But one of these days when I get fluent in Spanish, I want to be like, "Nah, amigo, que onda, español." You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So, I want to be able to bust out that Spanish and let them know that, hey, hablo español.
Right. So you learning Spanish now?
Yeah, I'm practicing on Duolingo. I'm on day 98. So, right, 5 minutes a day, it helps.
Okay, yeah. I just ordered some flashcards from Amazon, man.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get right for my trip in the DR. So,
Right.
But let me ask you this, man. The brothers want to know, how do the ladies look out there?
Oh, they're gorgeous. We're talking baddies now. Now again, when it comes to Mexico, because I know a lot of brothers love melanated women, and I do too. They're more of the lighter tone there, but you will see some morenas and dark skinned girls. But I mean, they're super bad. Great shape, healthy. I mean, I had no problems, man, when we went out. You know what I'm saying? But again, the culture's different. You got to dress up. It's not, you go in there with a jersey and stuff and wearing Jordans. Like, it ain't that scene, man. It ain't that scene.
So I have my airport, my baggy Allen Iverson jersey on,
huh? That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work over there. It's a very trendy, upscale type of environment, and it's the transition is nice because it's like, man, this feels like LA. It feels like LA or Miami, but without a beach.
Okay. Now, did you do any gaming out there, or you had already something set up, or you was actually going out and just meeting women while you was down there?
Right. So, I had a couple of pregame from, the mango list.
Okay.
Yeah, I ordered a couple of mangoes to come through.
Okay.
But from Uber Express. If you guys want the contacts on the mangoes being delivered Uber Express, just hit me up on IG.
Right.
I'm happy to share that information. But besides that, one of my boys kind of put me on, and we went out together. So it was me and 2 other guys, and one of the guys, that was there, he kind of knew, where to go in Guadalajara, so that really helped. And yeah, went out, met me a nice little baddie, kicked it with her the next day, and everything was good, no complaints.
Okay. So you was able to go there, and actually y'all went to a few spots, and you got a number and just chopped it up. And
yes, and Guadalajara, you're able to do that there. You're able to, not have to order mangoes and just pick them up from the store directly.
Okay. Hey man, hold on real quick. Hey, hold on. I'm trying to. I just had to scoop on there when I.
Yeah, no problem.
Who is that, bro?
So that's a model out there in Mazatlan, which I will be out there in 2 weeks. Definitely looking forward to it. By the way, Mazatlan, Mexico is the shrimp capital of the world.
Okay.
So any of you brothers that like shrimp, if you like eating shrimp breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I hear that is the place, and I cannot wait to grab on some shrimp in Mazatlan. Definitely looking forward to that trip.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And who is that?
That's in Cabo. That's yeah, I'm planning to go to Cabo San Lucas Labor Day weekend. So since there's not going to be any clubs opening in California, people are going to go to Mexico. I'm not sure what Las Vegas is doing, but Cabo is definitely, yeah, definitely a hot spot. Mm-hmm.
And this is in Guadalajara.
Guadalajara, yeah. So that was on the balcony, having a good time out there, enjoying the scenery.
Man, do they have bodies like a lot of them have bodies like this? They got like a little beach bottom.
Yeah, I would say, in Guadalajara, the girls are more fit.
Mm-hmm.
If brothers like thickness, I recommend Monterey because that's the best beef in Mexico. But Guadalajara, I mean, the bodies are right over there.
Okay. All right. This is at your hotel?
That's at the Airbnb, correct. So that's just me chilling out by the poolside. The weather was phenomenal out there. Like the weather was, you can wear a light jacket or you can, wear a tank top and you're good.
Okay. Now let me ask you this real quick. In Mexico, bro, are they any like what are they doing with the whole quarantine and the COVID-19 thing right there? When you go to the airport, are they checking your temperatures? Like what's going on out there?
Right. So they are checking your temperatures and you have to wear, a mask. So you got to wear one of these.
Okay.
And you're good. And then they make you fill out some type of questionnaire.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in Spanish, but there's somebody at the airport that will help you fill it out, and you just give it to them. Basically answering that, hey, have you been in contact with anyone that has the COVID? Do you feel sick or anything like that? So it's pretty much no, and that's it. They check your temperature, you wear your mask. They practice the social distancing out there, and you're good.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to George, man. Appreciate that, buddy. We'll have to catch the replay, miss some. Shout out to Kenny.
Right.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro. Hey, one of my boys hit me today. He said, "Hey, man, when Kenny gonna be back on, man?" I said, "He gonna be on Friday, man."
Right. I know. And again, I apologize on the last stream when my signal wasn't great. I apologize to the fans. I like to give quality, and when I go on my trips, the videos, you're gonna get quality women too.
Oh yeah, man. For sure, bro. Because a lot of brothers, especially on the East Coast, we just not familiar with none of this, man. A lot of us either we gonna hit Miami, the DR, Colombia, or Rio. Mm-hmm. That's like the little triangle that we in. Some guys do Thailand, but for the most part, that's the triangle. So when you come with the Mex treatment, it's just like you throwing brothers a left, a right hook, especially brothers that love that, that phenotype. You know what I'm saying? The long hair, the pretty stuff. So it's like, hold up, Mexico doing it like this? Because when we hear it, as a matter of fact, one of my bros, he's from Guatemala. He was like, I was telling him where you was at, and he was like, man, the cartels out there. I don't know if I would go out there if I was you, Farris. I hope he's being safe out there. And I'm like, well, Kenny, I ain't hear nothing, bad about it. So when you moving out there, do you see anything going on that's kind of like you want to kind of,
Right.
away from?
So this is typical protocol, man. It's, you leave the bling at home. You stay in tourist areas. You want to stay in higher end areas. And that's kind of for your protection. So as long as you do that, you're fine. You respect the people, you respect the culture, you're not ignorant, you're good. You're not getting drunk and pissing on the street corner. As long as you don't do those things, you're fine anywhere in Mexico, anywhere.
Okay.
Mhm.
My brother MJ Hahn says meth treatment may be the way to go until Colombia and Brazil gets back 100%. I got another question from Natty Bala 2007. He said, "You smash any Afro Mexican chicks?"
Mm. Not yet. I had some morenas, you know what I'm saying, which are basically like Mex Indian.
Okay.
But that is on the bucket list, and eventually I will get one. Now, some of my boys, they have, and like I said, for brothers that want those women, you would need to go to Acapulco, Oaxaca, and Tuxtla Gutierrez, which is way south, almost towards the border. And to be honest with you, I think there might be a few in, there is some in Veracruz and possibly Cancun. But, those areas, terms as Acapulco, Oaxaca, I haven't touched yet, but that is, again, a lot of brothers may not be geography savvy, but Mexico's a big country, okay? And 32 states, over like 40, 50 different cities that are like over 100,000 plus in population. So it's really a country within, it's almost like the United States for the most part. If you look at geography, it's a big country, and every city in Mexico has its own flavor. I can't say that, okay, this city's like this city, like, nah, it's every place is its own flavor.
Okay, my brother, you smashed any?
Have I smashed any Rebecca? So basically, like snow bunnies, or
yeah.
And Max, or well, yeah. I wish it could be a little bit more specific, but to answer his question, yes.
Okay. And in comparison with, because a guy asked me about Veracruz, do you prefer this over Veracruz?
Right. So I haven't been to Veracruz yet. I was planning to go, but the whole COVID situation locked that down. But Guadalajara, I would highly recommend. I will probably put it at, number one, number two list, for me and Max. But for guys that haven't really gone to Mexico for the first time, the first place I recommend is probably Tijuana. And to fly from Atlanta, I had a brother, he got a ticket round trip, $30 on Spirit. Oh, yeah. If you can pop that up, $30 round. Yep, there it is right there. Spirit. Yeah, I think you pay with taxes $37 or something like that. But right. So
to what airport?
So he's going into San Diego. So because a lot of brothers are like, well, what do I do? How do I get to the border? It's real simple and basic. You fly to San Diego, You got 3 options to get to the border. You can take an Uber, which I highly suggest. You can take a trolley, or you can take a bus. The Uber is going to run you, yeah, that's in Guadalajara. The Uber is going to probably run you about $25 to get to the border, but you'll get there quick.
Okay.
And then once you get to the border, you cross, and then you take another Uber to your hotel. Some brothers, they'll get to the border, by taking the trolley or whatever, and then they'll take a taxi. There's actually taxis in San Isidro, which is on the other side of Tijuana, that will drive in and take you to your Airbnb or hotel, but they'll charge you $40 when the Uber is only like $3 to $5. Right.
Okay. And is this at the club?
Yeah, so this is DMT. It was a really nice nightclub. Of course, no Pookie, Ray Ray, Thuggo status up in there. I gotta keep it big fat. You know what I'm saying? So you wear a collar shirt, some cool fitted jeans, trendy attire. You're good.
She got a shape on her. She got that.
Yeah, right, and that's natural too. So
very happy, man. What were you saying to her, man? You told me you're gonna pay her something?
Nah, man. I mean, it was just good vibes throughout the whole entire nightclub. It literally felt like a mansion party. Like you go in there, you see that's like the patio area, but the club was pretty much like in the upstairs, like mezzanine deck. And it was just open. So like, we went probably like around 11, 12-ish. The first hour or, 2 hours, it was steady starting to pick up by like 1:30, 2 o'clock. I mean, it was like popping, and the ratio was nice. I'm talking like 4 to 1, and the club didn't close until like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
Right.
There you go, right there.
Yeah, that's me in action. Right. So, and by the way, to get a table over there, it's about like, yeah, she had fake ones though, fake melons.
Oh, okay.
But to get a table out there was 2,000 pesos, so that's about 100 American dollars. And then you're good. But I think it's a 2-bottle minimum or something like that. I'm not exactly for sure, but once you get your table, you're good to go, man.
My brother MJ Hines said she still can get it. Oh man, hold on.
Right. Oof.
God damn.
Right. Yeah. That's a 21-year-old hottie right there.
God damn.
University of Right. Yeah. Right. That's how popping it was, man. That's how popping it was.
Damn. Hold on, get that. But yeah, man, that's a. And what's this right here we got?
So that's the Popan, which is the next city over from Guadalajara. That's where all the rich people stay.
Okay.
They have the Hyatt Hotel there. Oh man, that is so nice. It's about 100 a night, I think. But if someone wants to be, bougie and fancy, that would be the place to stay.
Okay.
The
food here, what's that? Seafood or crab?
Yeah, that's crab, man.
Nice.
I think that crab was like $15, American price. All that right there.
Oh, you got the fellas in there. Okay.
Right, right. You know, a little pregame action.
Uh
You know, before we hit the club.
huh. My boy got a cowboy hat on.
Right. Oh yeah, oh man, that place was so good. That's the fish, and then more crab coming through, king crab. Oh man. Oh man.
Okay, got the mask on. Okay.
Right. So it really trips you out because, you know, from the United States, a lot of people think that, you know, Mexicans are poor and all this.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man, they got money down there.
Right.
Jose Juan, Pedro, bro. I seen GTRs out there in Zapopan, Porsches, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, second to Brazil, Mexico's the second highest GDP in Latin America.
Okay.
So, yeah, man, like they're
What
over.
is your exchange rate? Is the exchange rate good over there still?
Yeah, so $1 is pretty much about 20 pesos.
Okay.
So that's solid because before COVID, it was like 17, 18.
Mm.
So now you're pretty much getting another discount and you want to pay in pesos, never American dollars, always in pesos. Even when it comes to purchasing your mangoes, you want to pay that in pesos as well.
Man, that reminds me, bro. What was that? I was in I was in Dominican Republic. But I believe this same thing happened in Brazil. I was in Dominican Republic, and this dude was paying in American dollars, peso prices.
Right,
So I'm sitting here like, dude, no, it's not 100, it's not 200. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's 20, 40, $40, dude. Like, you
right,
gotta be careful. I always try to pay in their currency.
right, right, right.
Yeah.
And so you know, again, you know, guys that are interested in Max, it's a great place. I understand all these other countries are on lockdown, but I really want to emphasize that Tijuana is kind of like the stumping ground. But if you feel, you know what, you know, I can, I'm better than that. And when I mean better, like I can go somewhere and just adapt anywhere, then I recommend Guadalajara, Mexico City, or Monterrey.
Mm-hmm.
And all those places are international cities. You know, get your Tinder going, get your Bumble. You know, mango prices are on deck, and you will have a great time.
Okay, now you say so the Tinder is popping up.
Well, I'm not really on Tinder, but other guys they had success on Tinder. What I hear, Bumble is really great there.
Mm-hmm.
So I did meet a girl in Monterey off of Tinder, and she was nice, big status, you know, nice and curvy. I still keep in contact with her till this day. So you can get it popping off of Tinder, but what I hear Bumble is a little bit better. You know, if you don't want to purchase your mangoes from Uber.
Okay.
Mhm.
My brother got a mango list from Mexicali.
Yeah, Mexicali, the mangoes are very, very affordable. So, you know, be honest with yourself. If you're a mango eater, you know, on vacations, then I would recommend a place like Mexicali because you can order mangoes all day for 80% off, 20% off,
Mm.
or 70% off than the normal price compared to Tijuana and other places.
Mm.
On the
Okay.
flip side, Mexicali is the desert, so it's like going to Vegas or Palm Springs. So if somebody was going there, I would recommend they get a place with a pool, and it's not a lot to do compared to Guadalajara. Like Guadalajara is a big city. It's again LA, Miami. Mexicali would be like a Palm Springs. So you're literally just, and and it's cool because I've done it. But you go to the hotel. I stayed at the Real Inn. There's a bar, there's a restaurant, and they're super cool. So the mangoes were coming. They were like, amigo, they're here. Brought the mangoes to the pool.
Yeah.
I'm eating the mangoes, taking selfie with the mangoes, and no problems. So you can do that there, but from brothers coming from like Atlanta and other places, you would literally have to fly into San Diego and then take a bus from San Diego to Calexico, or if you cross the border, it would be from Tijuana to Mexicali. Now, the buses in Mexico are way better than the Greyhounds. Like, they got internet. It's nice. It's clean in there. Like, you would be like, wow, man, this is a coach bus, but it's legit. And if you take a bus on the Mexican side, it's half the price. So from getting from Tijuana to Mexicali on the bus is about $14.
Okay. Put my camera there. 1 second, bro.
Yeah, no worries.
There we go. Yeah.
One dude was saying if you fly from into Yuma, quicker drive to Mexicali, absolutely. I tell cats in LA, like to get from LA to Yuma, round trip is about $150, which is not too bad. Now, another town down there that I've been to is Puerto Penasco, which is a very cool beach town, and the excursions are hella cheap down there. You can literally rent ATVs out there for $40 the whole entire day, and you can go bar hopping on the ATVs. It's super cool.
Hold on. Let me show you what this brother said. I love this guest. All the Mexican game. Shaking my head, chill, bro. Let me stay in the DR. Silencio.
Damn.
Come on, man.
Right.
Hey, brother Terry Roberts say Cancun is close to Belize. You can catch a bus and cross over to the Belize border. Are you familiar with Belize in any way? I didn't know Cancun was that close.
Yeah, it's very close to Belize. And matter of fact, Bacalar, which is like these beautiful lakes down there that I've been meaning to go to, that's not too far from Belize. So I haven't been to Belize, but it's Afro descent down there. So I don't know, the full details, but my boy, he has a Belize wife, and he can easily put me on. So eventually, I will make my way down there.
Okay. My boy said, "Kenny for the win." They love you, brother. They love you.
Right. I mean, I tell guys, look, Mex treatment is just so many options, but you kind of got to put the work in. And when I mean put the work, you got to take a couple of visits out there to build up your roster. You know what I'm saying? But once you have your prospects and your mangoes in order, man, it's a mango buffet every time. I mean, you can fly in mangoes, you can purchase them there. I mean, it's endless, but I like exploring the culture. So, I like eating at nice restaurants. We did some paintballing out there in Guadalajara, which is very cheap. You get your teeth done at Mexicali, dirt price. You know, so there's other things to do, historical tours. Mazatlan has electric bikes on the Maricon. So every place you can do something that a lot of the locals do. And if brothers are into that, you will have a great time.
My brother says I'm giving Philippines a time. Keep my eye on Mexico off on the Asian trip.
Yeah, like I said, it's not going to fail you at all. As long as you know how to adapt to the culture. I've given brothers the playbook, and you run with it. And again, like I said, it's not a black culture. It's not a sub-black culture out there. A lot of places don't really play hip hop, and you got to dress up, when you go out. So if you're able to make those adjustments and you're a people person, you're fine. You'll do great out there in Mexico.
And when you learn Spanish, it's really, right?
Oh yeah, it's game over. I mean, if you learn Spanish or pick up Spanish, I mean, it's the playing field is it's unlimited for you. You just open up so many different options.
My brother said passports.
Yes and no. So a lot of people don't know that you can actually go into Mexico without a passport. You just got to pay money.
I just hold on, man. Hold on. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I think you got to pay them like 400 pesos, which is like $15, $20. And they'll just harass you. At first, they'll start off, wanting more, like 1,000 pesos, but you can drop it down, and they'll make you fill something out. But you can go in there without a passport. A lot of people don't know that. And then if you drive into Mexico, they don't check at all. So if you don't want to pay that fee and you want to drive into Tijuana, you're good. Now, the other border towns, I don't know, but I know Tijuana, Mexicali, if you drive in there with no passport, they'll let you in.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, you dropping jail for real.
Right. Oh, one dude mentioned about the massage parlor. So
yeah,
Guadalajara has very great massage parlors. Now, I have not been, but from what I heard from other people, the mangoes are very sweet and fresh at those massage parlors.
I like that. I like that. And he said, so what's it with that? So they got, is it like Asian massage parties? Asian women?
No, well, here's another thing a lot of people don't know, but Mexico, they actually do have like mixed Asian people there. They got mixed Asian, obviously mixed Spanish, mixed, black, and then mixed Indian Spanish. But I mentioned in the past stream with you before, Mexicali is the biggest China Asian, Mexican Asian population, all of, I believe, of Latin America. And one of the mangoes that I had in Guadalajara was part Asian. And you can kind of tell. But again, a lot of people, they sleep on Mexican women. They think that they're the typical potato-looking body because that's what they see in their homeland. But if you haven't been to Texas or California, that's kind of like the intro. You'd be like, oh, wow, she's Mexican?
Right.
She can go for a Dominican girl, And then when you get into Mexico, it's a total different playing field.
My brother Eric special car insurance, I guess, to drive into.
You can get car insurance if you live in California. If I was to drive my personal vehicle, which I have, my putter, of course. You can drive into Mexico, and the insurance, I think, is good for the first 100 or 50 miles in Mexico. They'll cover you. But if you wanted to get Mexican car insurance before the border, you can do that.
Okay. Interesting. So where your next trip, brother?
So Mazatlan will be on the 30th of this month to August 2nd. Everything's all booked. Looking forward to it. One of the brothers from the men's travel group, he's actually going to roll with me, which is cool. So he'll get that experience, and it's his first time in Mexico. So I'm happy for him. After that, I'm planning to do maybe a weekend in Rosarito, which is basically Tijuana area. Then Labor Day is going to be Cabo, La Paz. So La Paz, Cabo, San Lucas, basically. So 2 days in La Paz and then 3 days in Cabo, and that's Labor Day weekend. So again, if guys are looking to get into something Labor Day weekend, I recommend Cabo. I recommend Rosarito Beach. The baby, he's going to be performing at Papas and Beer. So, you may, if people are interested in watching this stream, you may want to go to the Papas and Beer website, get your tickets before they sell out. And if, that's a perfect opportunity to get fresh mangoes on site. Okay. And it's going to be limited capacity because of the COVID situation, but you can get those tickets online.
Okay. Is that?
Yeah, that's in Cabo. That's Mango Deck Cabo. So some Beckies out there. Some Beckies and Marias. Yeah, that's Pog City right there.
Oh man, Blackmen's Christmas. My brother Fred Moore Jr. says, "Love Cabo. It's always popping out there."
Right.
My dude Terry Roberts says Sinaloa cartel is out there. So
right. So a lot of people have that conception that, oh my gosh, it's so dangerous in Sinaloa. The cartels are there. The cartels are actually everywhere in Mexico. The cartels are in Guadalajara. The cartels control a lot of the Mexican economy, including the police department. However, Americans are their prime source of income. So if you obey the laws, because here's what Mexico doesn't want to happen, and a lot of people get this misconception. When people are getting kidnapped and being reported kidnapped and, all this dangerous dealings of Americans, if that gets sourced out to the media in the United States, well, guess what? We're not coming down there.
Exactly.
So the cartels are smart enough to, basically protect their product, which is the American, whether, as long as, you're minding your business and you're there for fun and vacation, they're not going to mess with you. And I hear Culiacan, and that's where El Chapo's from, by the way. That place is like one of the best places to party in Mexico.
Because it's safe.
Well, it's safe, and I hear that's like better than Guadalajara. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't been there yet, but I'm that is on the bucket list. So basically, one brother mentioned, I watched the video of talking about the cartels protecting the tourists, and that's the truth. Again, Mexico gets a bad rap when it comes to safety. And I can talk heavy about this, but a lot of y'all brothers that like to go to Colombia, man, those women are killing dudes or robbing dudes with the devil's breath out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and they got cartels out there in Colombia too. And matter of fact, in Colombia right now, I think I sent you this article that if you're not obeying the coronavirus lockdown, the cartels are actually shooting and killing people right now. So, again, Mexico's economy is very heavily dependent on American tourists. So they're, it's in their best interest to not cut that source off. And that's why they're open right now, because they need the money. They figure we're going to figure this out and get people down here, and people want to go on vacation because we need that American dollar, as part of our economy. If people are not going to Cancun and other places in Mexico, that's all bad news for them. Right.
My brother Ron, a police officer, a few days later, he ended up. So it's basically hands off tourists.
Right. I don't know where that was, but from brothers, including myself, that have had dealings with the police there, there's two things to be aware of. One, the people that you're with. Two, you can pretty much pay, or they, police will want some type of fee off of you. Normally it's like $20, $10, whatever. And then three, if you haven't done anything wrong, you can tell them, look, let me go see the judge, and that's a lot of work on them. And then, if you have your camera phone, you get their badge information, you get their name, you can report them to the U.S. Embassy, and they can get fired for messing with you, because the U.S. Embassy will contact that police department and say, hey, Juan Jose Perez, harassed this guy and asked him for money and yada, yada, yada. So they're trained. But again, where are you going? You know what I mean? If you're going to tourist destinations, the police are not going to mess with you like that,
Right. My brother says, check out Miranda's strip club, $4 lap dances.
Where's this at?
I'm not sure, but damn, $4. Can you imagine $4 lap dances though? Shit.
Right. Yeah. I'm telling you, Max. Everything is very reasonable there. You just gotta know where to go. And if you want to go to places where you just want to have a mango buffet, you can do that. And it's not necessarily in the high tourist areas. There's other cities in Mexico that you can get that for the low. And just do that all day.
Okay. So he says, what pronounce that?
Mazatlan. Oh, okay. I'll check if it's open. I'm gonna be chilling with a mango throughout the whole entire trip.
Okay.
But I will see if that's open, and if it's open, I will definitely take a visit.
I mean, you could probably take her, right? I mean, is she cool?
Of course. Yeah, she would be down, no problem.
Okay. So we talked about the mangoes in Mexico. Have you ever dated like a, well, I'm sure you have, but just a, regular, Mexican woman out there?
Nah, not anything like long term.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I've maintained a friendship for the most part with them out there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Generally,
you,
and like, when we hear about, Latina women and everything, especially, the ones in Colombia and even DR, like, that fiery type of personality, is that like that in Mexico, or they just kind of laid back, chilling for the most part?
um, I would say a little bit of both. I have some girls that are, kind of have that feistiness to them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I never had like any bad experiences for the most part. I had a few that flaked on me.
Mm-hmm.
That's matter of fact, that's what happened in Guadalajara. So like I met a cool chick, Mango from Hong Kong, HK, which is one of the best places to get your mangoes in
Mm-hmm.
Mexico. Probably the best place to purchase a mango in Mexico. And she knew I was coming out there. We've been in contact. Um, and yeah, she flaked out on your boy, but I was able to pick one up that night instantly and look better than her. No bullshit, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. That's how I usually go.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you can't lose, but you got to know yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
know, if you're a guy that can pick up women here in the States and around the world, Mexico's not a problem. But there's some guys, they need the crutch. And what I mean the crutch is they need to go somewhere that is playing hip hop music and that has melanated women and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a different type of environment, that we see in these rap videos and stuff. If you're wanting to get away from that and you don't need that, then you will do fine in Max.
Mm.
Because the more upskill it is in Max, the greater chances are you're going to run into people that speak English. And that's to your advantage. And that's where you want to be. You don't want to be in a hole in the wall place, you know, not knowing what's going on because it's cheap and ratchet. You want to be where, it's you're comfortable, you're safe, and the vibe is good, and you're able to relax and have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he says Uber is cheap as hell in Mazatlan. Good to know. Yeah, okay. They pick up there in Mazatlan great at the airport. That's awesome.
They even have
Yeah,
a
where I'm staying at, matter of fact, let me see the link to where I'm staying at, and we can show people
okay.
on the stream.
Shout out to my boy Mick. Mick, one of my partners out there. We be in the DR together. Shout out to him. He asked about you today. He's like, "Hey man, you gonna have him on today? I'm trying to find out more about this Mex treatment."
Right. Yeah. Like I said, you brothers are welcome to the Mex treatment. I'm not one of those dudes where I keep stuff on the low. I tell you how to move out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. These guys be like, "Don't tell them," Let them. I'm like, "Come on, bro. We brothers, man. Share the wealth, man. Share the wealth."
Right. Which is not a problem because I had guys. I just sent you the Airbnb from Salon. Yeah, I had guys where they would hit me up after the stream, and they go to T. Oh yeah, there it is. That's where your boy will be, man, right
Man,
there.
mine is crazy. We got palm trees in the middle.
All right, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same in Mexico. It's like when it's summer here, it's summer there too, right? It's no difference.
Well, the weather is a lot warmer in Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, your boy's gonna get busy on that.
Oh shit! Look at that view.
Right.
Oh man.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's dope.
Mhm. Right. So,
This all the same spot, or this is just different spots?
no, that's the same spot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now the weather is it varies. Yeah, and the pool will be open. You know, that's just confirmed from the host.
Mm.
The pool will be open. Yeah, right there. Mm-hmm. Um, Now the weather. So, for example, like in Mazatlan, it's a little bit more humid. So kind of more tropical.
Mm-hmm.
But places like Tijuana is definitely like LA weather. And then you got places like Hermosillo, Durango, that's like Phoenix, Arizona type weather. I hear Veracruz is kind of humid too, but Mexico City, Guadalajara, Monterrey, it's um, I mean, the weather is just phenomenal, man. Like mid 70s, high 80s during the day at night. So you can't go wrong.
Mm.
Hmm.
I don't know if you was able to watch the stream earlier today, so I'm gonna ask you this question real quick. I want to get your opinion. It's a little bit
Hmm.
off the subject, but can brothers find a virtuous woman in 2020? What's your opinion?
Well, in the United States or across the world globally,
Let's start with the United States.
no, absolutely not. Right. I mean, unless she grew up on a farm or she's Mormon or something,
Right, right.
the laws are just really stacked against you. I don't believe in getting into a relationship and a deal and having a legal contract that, you know, things don't work out and she can leave you at any given moment. Half your assets are going to be seized from you. I disagree with that. You know, men, we build ourselves up. So we want a wife and a family. We're able to provide for them throughout our livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, with you have these pickup artists and these fans only girls. It's just bad out there. You know, guys, the PUAs to go to a boot camp in Vegas, they're charging like $5,000.
Mm.
You know, so they can teach you how to talk to women. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. You talking about the pickup artists are charging that
Yes, they're charging $5,000, brother.
for like
Yes.
so like a boot
I'll,
camp?
I'll,
Like, real
I'll, I'll show you. I'll show you. Hold on. Let me show you something. You're gonna be like, what?
dudes is man. I can't hate on their hustle, but damn.
Right. So show this to and stuff like this is getting like sold, man. Um, and I got so much stuff on here. Hold on. Bear with me. Yeah, look at this. $9,000 for so go to the next one.
Okay, hold on. See if I click like this. Wow.
$9,000. 3-day boot camp in New York City. $4,000 in London.
Dude,
So
that right there is like a trip. That's like 4 or 5 trips
for $9,000,
wherever you want to go, really.
right? You can be Dan Bilzerian, dog.
And you know the sad part is,
3 days.
me and you
You
think
can
that's
get you a
impossible.
car.
Would do this, right? But dudes are doing this. This is why they posted it, because dudes are actually paying for shit like this.
Right, 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 right. So
I, I,
yeah.
I hope ain't no brothers doing no shit like this, man. But you never know.
Well, you know, there's the sexual inflation, where you have guys that have resources, such as you and I,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not hip to the travel game and they don't know their options.
Mm-hmm.
They're settling with, baby mamas, them strong, educated, independent women that are very masculine, and they're not exploring other options by traveling. So they're sucked into that type of culture.
Yeah, man, that is crazy. Now, you said about United States. What about overseas? Can you find a virtuous woman?
You can. That is very possible. With the laws being different, in places where to purchase mangoes are legal, the women the
Yeah,
women act different. They
ain't,
act different.
ain't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's controlling female nature. They know they get out of line, it's over, and it's back to the hood or the ghetto where they came from
Mm-hmm.
versus living on a beach and all you got to do is just cook clean and take care of your dude.
Right. Right.
So, brothers are looking for that long term. You definitely can, but you know, you live there and be in that country. Don't bring them back to the States. Don't get that mango contaminated because it will be contaminated.
Okay. Okay. So you
That's
don't believe in bringing them back here? You really there?
go sour 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah. You know what? The funny thing is, I've actually seen that happen in like real life, and it was the dudes, it was the women in the dude's family that kind of poisoned her, that hipped her to the game of America, really. And I'm like, bro, I don't even know why. I know you want to show off, because she was Dominican, but I know you want to show off to the fam and everything, but she spoke English and she got hip to that game. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like no time, bro. She was out of there. She went to the
Right,
high bidder. You already know how it go.
right, right, right. And so,
And you
you know,
got some crazy laws out there in California, man. California is ruthless with them divorces, bro.
very, very. Once you're married over 7 years, the alimony is lifetime. So
I thought it
you
was 10, so it's 7 out there in Cali.
yeah, 7 years after you're married, after 7 years, you will have to pay lifetime alimony. So you would need to pay that. You need to pay your child support, and if you don't do those things, they will come after you. You can go to jail. Your passport will no longer be valid. So it's dangerous. It's very dangerous to just breathe on matrix women, not entertain them, but breathe on them.
Yeah, that's true.
Dangerous.
That's very true.
You know, they don't like, brothers like us that have options and that can go to other places and do their thing and live the best of their life. They want you to be happy with an old and sour product. They don't want to see you with the 21, 22, 23-year-old hottie that's half the weight, half the age, full of fun. They don't want that. But at the same time, that's why, we're here to help each other out, soak up this knowledge, give this knowledge, and help brothers move in a different direction.
All day long, bro. All day long. And I gotta ask you this question. We about to wrap it on up, man. But what's your thoughts on the Will and Jada? I know we've been hearing it all week, but I mean, I gotta get my boy to speak on that real quick.
So I'm gonna go with first from the Black women's perspective. It's a big L for them, okay? Because Will Smith is, I look at him as a very well-rounded brother like Kobe Bryant, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you got height, no homo, but decent-looking dude.
Mm-hmm.
You got money, you know what I'm saying? He's well cultured. He's all around, and for him, okay, $350 million net worth, that still wasn't good enough. he still got that D, aka divorce.
Mm.
You know, and it's so bad because he wants to keep that alpha status and he's living Hollywood and still wanting to please Hollywood. He doesn't want to take that L and, you know, cut her off and move on. And so for Black women that want to be strong and independent and, you know, feminism, when brothers see that, they're like, hell the F no.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get married. Hell no. I don't care how much money you're making, you know, all this other stuff, kids, no kids. Like, no, I don't want any part of that. So it's a big L for them, okay? Because brothers see that happening, and they've seen it happen to Dr. Dre as well. You know, it's all bad for them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on the flip side, you know, Will Smith, he could have done better, okay?
Speak
He
on
could have done a lot better. You know, he should have recognized that, for one, Jada was a drug dealer. Jada messed with Pookie, Ray Ray, and Thuggo.
Mm-hmm.
Jada had problems.
Yeah.
And you wiped this up. And you had a family with this.
Yeah.
With this shitty product Mango.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That expired after 2 days you purchased it.
Mm-hmm.
You should have put it right back on the shelf.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. Brothers ignore these bad habits. They go with the flow. And then, you know, he's embarrassed. So, you know, to sum that up is, for one, even if you had looks, money, and status, they're still not satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you have to be aware of female nature. If she has a high body count, if she ain't a fresh mango off the, you know, the farm, the forest, you don't need to use one player. You know, somebody already dipped their straw in that mango.
Yep.
You don't need to take from it. You need you a fresh one off the plant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where that's yours and yours only. It's all bad. It shows a dysfunction of African American marriages as well, and so it's a huge L, but it's a great learning lesson for brothers like us to not entertain those type of women.
And the sad part is, I don't know how you felt, but it is hard for me to look up at that interview, bro, at somebody that I look up to. I grew up looking up to. You know what I'm saying? Big Willie, Will Smith, Mr. Summertime, just to be sitting there and trying to maintain his composure, like, okay, I'm cool, we're gonna work this out. But if you look at his facial expression, and as another man, we can read other men really well.
Right.
And it's like she's just cutting this nigga balls off, bro. Like, yeah, I had an entanglement. And I'm seeing like, right there, I would have lost it all, bro. I would have been like, entanglement, like I would have exploded, like, because she's emasculating you in front of the world, really to put herself as the bigger person in this, even though she's the one that fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was hard, bro. And I still love you know, Will Smith. Still, you know, I admire that brother. He's a successful brother. And you're right, he's more from our ilk. He's kind of like us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just to see him like, Will, you might have made one big mistake, one misstep on the woman that you choose to build your legacy with, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's a mistake, man, because that was a bad look on African American relationships. And not only that, if you go on Facebook or Instagram, bro, and you see what these sisters are saying about the situation, you just be like, that's it. It's a wrap. You know
Russell Wilson, you're next. I said, Russell Wilson, you're next.
Oh, Russell Wilson and your boy out there in the Bay. Next two.
Yeah, man, that's what they want, man. They want a good, well-rounded brother that has longevity. And at the end, as soon as her prime is starting to close, and you can say Jada's prime closed a long time ago, that's when they want out. You know what I mean? And we witnessed that with Scottie Pippen and his wife.
Oh yeah, my
She
boy.
still wants to be a thought. She's at the end of her prime, but
Mm-hmm.
she's still attracted to enough where she gets the 20-year-old dude to jump on her like that. So.
But yeah, man, brother. Once again, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. Dropping nothing but bombs, jewels, knowledge about the Mex treatment.
Right.
You gotta do this again. We gotta go live. We gotta go live one time too while you out there too, bro.
Right. We'll do a live in Matalan for sure. I'll get that in, bro. I'll get that in.
Man. And real quick, last question, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming from Atlanta. Just how much money would you suggest for my little travel budget out there?
So specifically in Tijuana or somewhere else in Mex?
Let's do your last trip.
Well, to be honest with you, Guadalajara really wasn't that expensive because I was able to split it with my boy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was out there, 3 days or 4 days? I can't remember, but it went fast. Honestly, bro, you can do it under a modest 400, man.
Whoa. I'm thinking you're gonna say 1,000, 1,500.
Right.
400.
You can, yeah, yes, you can. You can do it if you want to, if you don't want to splurge heavy, but still have a good time. Yeah, you can do it under 400 because there are a lot of good places to eat, really cheap. You get the liquor at the liquor store, which is mainly tequila. Some of that stuff, that high quality tequila that we get in California out there is like 1/3 the price. So that's, $7, $8. Breakfast is like $1.75 out there. Bomb,
Damn.
So there's way to, cut corners. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
Brother, once again, like I say, appreciate you coming on the show, bro. We're gonna definitely chop it up again, man. For sure.
Okay. Cool.
All right, bro.
All right.
All right, brothers. Hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. Yeah.